Hey everyone, it's VM Campos, Magic Fan! How are you doing? It's another Saturday, perfect night to stream. Welcome to Streaming Saturdays with VM Campos, that's me. So, what are you up to so far, besides coming to hang out with me? I was working on videos and stuff. There's a brand new video coming up on Monday. I've set it to be a premiere. Be there. This is the first time I do premieres on YouTube, not the streaming one, but regular YouTube, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's coming there. So, as usual, we'll have the card camera over here to open booster packs and stuff, so we'll have that right over there. Got the amazing cam happening over here, and got a few people coming to hang out there so far in the chat. Welcome, everyone. How are you doing? Say hello there. And as for the game cam, well, what we're going to do is we're going to play some Brawl. Let me just check here. I think the volume's too loud on this. I have it on 2. That's 0. That's 1. We'll put it on 1 for a little while. I think when I was doing my playback, I think even at 2 it was a little loud. So we'll see how that goes. And my stream's over here. No dropped frames. That's good. And at 2K stream. Now, I might need to pause the audio once in a while because I think I'm getting allergies and stuff, so I have to take care of that. But anyway, here's what we've got going on. We've got the Brawl event. I've been having so much fun on this, so let's play some Brawl right here. I'll reveal my full contents of my deck a little bit later if you want. For the moment, I'm going to just get in and play. Now, spoiler alert, I already did get all of the wins. But that's okay, it's still such a fun event, I want to still keep playing. So, the deck is my Etrata deck. And I think I can still sort of, refine it a little bit. But, let's see how it goes. This is against Nissa. Okay, so mono green ramp into Nissa is what this deck is trying to do. So let's see, how can I handle that? I'm pretty sure I've got some Elder spells in here, and Noxious Grasps, and Murderous Rider. But until I can get that, well, I've got some okay stuff, but let's see what happens here with their ramping. Let's see how this goes. So, drop the Castle Lothwain, turn 1 probably, unless I have... Okay, so they did not have a turn 1 play. Good. Turn 2. I'm a little surprised that they didn't have their ramp going on, but this will probably be the Paradise Druid. Even on a singleton deck, how can people get their perfect ramp? Okay, Leafkin, close enough. I don't have enough to cruel that, which is fine. I'll bring out my own creature. Actually, I can get rid of that with power 3 or less. Reading the card explains the card. For some reason, I thought it was my other card that wrecked creatures that were 3 and higher. I've got one of those. I think that's Epic Downfall. Epic Downfall kills or exiles a creature 3 and higher. So that one was my 3 and lower. Worked just fine. Do you have any more ramp going on? No. Bond of Flourishing. Next land. Third land, I suppose my Whispering Snitch, or I can hold back. Oops, that's going to be an Oaken form for no reason. It's pretty epic, the command tower making that fun sound. Okay. I might have misplayed that slightly off. I might have needed to have the Whispering Snitch first. I need land. I should have had the Snitch first and then Lazav. Reading the card explains the card. Nothing to Oaken form yet. We can Oaken form that. That'll be a problem. That'll be a big problem. Unless we do this. And once again, nothing to Oakenform, which is good for me because that would be... Okay, Blanchwood armor is the one to be worried about, but Oakenform... Oh, hey, Mark, I just saw you right there. How did we get to so much land already? Okay. What can I do about this? Okay, what can I do about Nissa? I guess bring out my huge creature. And let's see if they don't have anything to deal with my big ol' 6/6 flyer. And so, hey everyone in the chat, hey Mark, so what I'm doing is I'm playing the Brawl event. I'm having kind of a lot of fun with it. It's just really cool to play another mode. And I'm playing with Etrata, the Silencer, as my commander. And they are doing their Nissa. So, let's see. What are they going to do here? They have a ton of mana for something huge, I'm sure. I'm sure a huge, that like, Gargaros or something is coming. Oh, okay, the Brontodon. That's not so bad. They get to scry. This is going to be slow. So, let's see how this mana works off of it. They still have 1,000,000 mana. If they can't take out my flyer, then I'll be okay. And it's gonna be a big old 6/6, I guess. Lazav will take one for the team, because I've got to get that Nissa down. To be honest, once you've got a Nissa, it's kind of really hard unless you have the perfect cards in hand. Maybe you'll pick up how to play Brawl. Yep, as soon as we start the game over here, because I don't think this is going to really work that well, I will start again and then show how the deck looks. Okay, I doubt that they have some cool combat trick here, but they probably do. So I'm gonna block like that. They're gonna have their combat trick, because after all they have 3 green mana. Guess not. Interesting. One more Rabid Bite. Okay, before that, let us surveil, see what's coming up over here. They don't realize that they can wreck their Thrashing Brontodon against their own artifact. Okay, so I don't need any of that. I guess what I've really got to do is, yes, let's burn up some life to get my Murderous Rider, because I need that Murderous Rider to take out Nissa, or my Noxious Grasp I need. On Tuesday night you did an Eldraine draft and used the black, red, white knight thing and placed second. Very, very nice. Prevent all combat damage that we dealt this turn. Are you sure about that? That's not doing what you think. Why would you prevent combat damage? This is not combat damage. Davriel, again, I don't need that. So, if that were to prevent damage against me... Yeah, why did they do that? Okay, yeah, I'm literally gonna burn everything to the ground here until I get my spell that can get Nissa, because I have spells that can take care of a Planeswalker. I just can't believe, however, that they're not available there. I want to Epic Downfall that land, but I would rather Epic Downfall Nissa. Come on, where are my spells to take care of my green Planeswalker? They're there. And if I have to burn my life down to 0, I'll do it, because the magic algorithm is hilarious. Oh, that'll work. But I don't have 6 mana for that. Okay. So let's just keep going. Let's keep going. We have 2 more chances. There it is. Did you see how much life I burned just to be able to... Did you see how much life I burned just to be able to get my perfect card? Okay, this is what I needed. And then I can drop a 3/1 lifelink. That gains me 1 life. I'll drop my 3/1 lifelink. And exile something from their graveyard, doesn't matter. I guess that. Pause for reflection. So they keep wondering, why does it keep pausing? Well, long a dog, you can destroy your own Brontodon to destroy your 2 enchantments. That's why it's pausing there. Reading the card explains the card. And now they have to pay 7 mana for Nissa, and instead Gift of Paradise, don't care. 3, 4, 5, they will probably attack with their... I guess they won't attack with that. Okay, that's fine. I will price a Fame it next turn. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think there's a bug here because... Okay, they won't attack with their dinosaur. But they still are not going to realize that they can play their Bronto. Okay, so here's what we will do. Let's get rid of that. That lets me surveil 2. Again, that Whispering Snitch was just never able to do its thing. If I had 1 more land, the Snitch would have been out there. I would have surveilled, and then cool stuff would have happened. Okay, do I need any of this? Bring back something from the graveyard. Not really. I don't have 6 mana for that. I don't have anything to bring back from the graveyard. Actually, I do. I threw so much stuff in the graveyard, didn't I? Bring back a creature. No great creatures from the graveyard. A spy bug. Nah. Can throw that in there and blood for bones things anyway. Okay, so let's start to do some damage here because they have 30 life. And they have 1 mana left. They top decked something. Let it not be amazing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 1 more mana to be able to bring back their Nissa. Are they gonna... they're gonna Rabid Bite. Okay, well, GG on that. Okay, let's look at what this deck is all about, and then we'll open some cool cards. Here's what this deck is about. Okay, so the commander is a Trata. She's unblockable, and when she deals damage to the player, you exile the opponent's creatures. Then you've got just some surveil creatures. So that's pretty fun. I've got some good removal, Legion's End, Epic Downfall, Noxious Grasps. That came in really well right now. Reeve Soul, so just lots of removal. So I've got Demir. I've got surveilling stuff going on. I've got Lazav. He's cool. He can make copies of stuff from the graveyard Tyrant Scorn. I got several Planeswalkers in here to do some disruption. Opponents cannot draw more than one card. That one's cool. Davriel, mill stuff from their hand. Ashiok, mill them from their graveyard. That's so. I mean, from their library in a 60-card deck. That's fun. Kasmina, make my creatures have more. Pay 2 more. Bake into a pie. Blood for Bones, make something come from my graveyard. Gravedigger, Ritual Watcher, Obnixilis, Dream Eater. I love that card. It's got 4/3 flying and flash. Ugin, and then my lands and stuff. So that's what that deck's about. Let's do this. Do we want to open a booster pack, or do we want to play one more game? Everyone in the chat there, let me know. Next game of Brawl, or open a booster pack over here on the card cam. Put your votes in right now. There's a few people on the chat, so everyone should say something. And let's see, what do we vote for? Play one more game of Brawl, or switch over here to the card cam? We have one vote for open a pack. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else voting? Open a pack or play the game? We're gonna do both, of course, but which do we want to do first? Crack a pack or crack some skulls on Brawl? Those are the choices. All right, it looks like the people have spoken and we want to crack a pack, so let's switch over to the card cam. And let's say we're going to open a pack. Not that. We're going to open a pack of Marvel cards. Hey, this is Series 4, I believe. And don't worry about that pack that I threw over there. It was empty. I don't have any packs of Eldraine at the moment. What I do have is some fun offbeat stuff over here. And one of them first is this Marvel Universe Series 4, I believe. These were so amazing back in my youth, 1993. So let's see if we can open some cool stuff here. So we're going to open this, and it's got 10 cards. Let's see what we get. Alright, so we've got, both of the backs are kind of weird. I guess this is the main thing over here. Oh, look at this. I got one of the cool chase cards. I got Doom 2099, the very cool foil. It's not too evident on the camera, I guess, but I never had this one back in the day, but that's cool. I got the Doom 2099 chase card. Yeah, cool. Now, what was cool about this set was that every card interlocked with the other cards. And then there's going to be a bunch of characters here that no one knows who these characters are anymore. We have Dead Zone. Ooh, Sleepwalker. I remember when that was like the hot new character of the 90s. Sleepwalker. Then we've got Starhawk. From the cosmic stuff. Then we've got the Extinctioner's Song, one of these events, famous battles. There's Cable and Strife and Jean Grey, and there's clones in the future and all this fun stuff. Then we've got Havoc. Cool art on that. I like the circles of power. Then we've got Namorita, or Namorita. I wonder if she's ever going to appear on the Marvel movies. We've got, Mr. Sinister. I like that one. Really cool art on that. On that character. We've got another famous battles. This is the Spirits of Venom. I vaguely remember that event in the 90s. I remember Spirits of Vengeance. Or no, I remember Acts of Vengeance and Spirits of the Night or something. Anyway, there's Venom, the Doppelganger Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, the Demo Goblin, another Ghost Rider or something, Spider-Man back there. And then we've got the, this is the This is the Unsolved Mysteries of the Marvel Universe, The Origin of Wolverine, which of course was eventually revealed because they're never going to keep you in suspense forever. But yeah, there it is. So that's one of the fun boosters that I'm cracking right here. Marvel Universe Series 4. I got the Doom 2099 Chase card. Very nice. I liked this character a lot back in the day. What else was cool? I think the art on the Origin of Wolverine is cool. Namorita is cool. Havoc, Mr. Sinister. So yeah, that's what I cracked at the moment. Anyone there in the chat ever opened up these cards back in the day? I forgot even to say, like on the back, it's got their stats and stuff. Let's look at one briefly. Mr. Sinister, strength is 4, intelligence 3, mental power 6, energy projection 3. I think it goes on a scale of 1 to 7 or something. So yeah, Mr. Sinister is right there, acting totally sinister. Alright, let's switch back to the game. Let's play a little bit more Brawl. Let's see what we can do against a new opponent. Never opened those. They never made it to your shores, maybe? Or you were just never interested in comics or anything? Okay, I go first. I get to Surveil, Whisper Agent, Ugin. Let's see how that goes. I'm battling Crazy Killer. And they're doing Kiora, which is a very efficient planeswalker. Okay. So they're doing a planeswalker, not a creature. I'm gonna have a flyer, so I'll be able to hopefully fly over their creatures and hit their planeswalker. So that's a pretty cool strategy, having a very low cost. Oops, the goose. Having a very low casting cost. Planeswalker. Okay. I guess here I'll just kind of throw myself forward. Let's see if they think about blocking. They might think that I have all of this mana open, so they might not. Hey, Lizar, you made it. It is 1:26 in the morning for you. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out. I know it's pretty late for you. I'm playing some Brawl. And I'm also opening some cool cards over on the side over here. I opened up Mr. Sinister from these classic Marvel cards. And we're going to open some more in a moment, so if you can hang out, that'd be great. But they're going to do their Planeswalker, I guess.
Not to brag, but my friend's kind of a big
And what else are they going to do here? Attack with a 3/1. Okay, that was a mistake, because whoops. My Whisper Agent will take out your Citizen. And I don't think I need any more lands, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, that would be my 6th land. So I guess I'll do that. And, yep, take that out so that beast is no longer a problem. Going to drop my land. I'll take out my planes. I'll take out my own commander in just a moment. Let's go off and do some damage to their planeswalker. Doom Whisper, yes, get on my squad. They'll probably block with that goose. Okay, fine.
You're making me crabby.
You're making me crabby. That's like the worst pun I've ever heard on Arena. But Kiora has got like a kind of like a funny voice anyway. Anyway, what do they have? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, they have 4 mana, so they'll be able to bring out their beast. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have enough mana for my Doom Whisperer. So they'll probably take out their beast. They want that 5/5 so that then they can get that card draw. Oops, that's even worse. Now usually you can attack with that, and it has Death Touch, so...
The ocean surges, life thrives.
And an incubator. Fine. Okay, now what they forget... Oh, I guess they will attack. Fine. And it has Death Touch. Okay. Let's first of all send out... They oopsed me for some reason. So, let's send out the Silencer and Obnixilis. Yeah, Obnixilis, get on my team. Kiora is done. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I can do Doom Whisperer. That will be my 6/6. With an amazing animation right there. Did you see that, everyone? The Doom Whisperer, like, wiggly, weird things coming out. And if we look at it closely right here, even the art is epic. How many of you are going to have nightmares from this art right here, the Doom Whisperer? If you stare at it long enough, it actually blinks. Did you know that? If you look at the art long enough, it blinks and it winks at you. True story. Alright, so they're planning their plots very well. They've got a lot of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I hope I don't get a Nissa out of them. 6th land. They'll be able to summon Kiora again. They want the Beast instead. I guess that's fine. Vivian's Arc Bow, not that useful. And they're going to attack with their 4/4. I guess I'll block with my 3/2 this time. At least I will take no more damage. Actually, yeah, let's... You know what, I won't block because then I can destroy it with Obnixilis. And then I'll have more abilities to do cool stuff. Okay, so I've got 2 ways to kill. I guess we'll go with Ugin, the ineffable, cannot be effed with.
We are but motes in a vast multiverse.
Okay. And
The multiverse obeys me.
that was a misplay. Whoops, I needed to do a minus. Well, I guess that'll be fine because then I have a blocker for their 4/4. And I'm sure they want that goose for more food. Nixilis's cruelty, that's fine. And they... What are they doing? Are they blocking? Okay, they're gonna block that. Gonna do 6 damage. Alright, what does this bow do? I love the art on that, but what does it do? X, tap, discard a card. Look at the top X cards of your library. You may put a creature card with CMC X or less into the battlefield, put the rest at the bottom. Okay, so in theory, they can throw in 1, 2, 3... They can throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... They can throw 6, well, maybe not. Okay. How are they going to use that bow? I guess they want to put on a lot of... I don't even know what they want to do here because you've got a singleton deck, so what are you going to get out of that? While they're contemplating over there, I will contemplate the origin... Oops, it's my turn. I will contemplate the origin of Wolverine. Oops, that's my turn. Okay, so what are they doing? They're going to attack with their 4/4, which is fine. I can double block with Whisper Agent and my... Got another oops. They didn't attack, I guess? Okay, let's do this right. Let's take out that beast. I guess they could have their... I guess they don't have it. Never mind. Okay. Next, let's cruelly take out that bird. She'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She'll need 6 in total. 6 in total to be summoned again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have 6. So let's go in with just a ton of attacks over here. And if they kill my little spirit, I can get that Legion and exile more stuff. Okay, so what are you going to do? You've got a 5/5, but it cannot block, so you're going to have to block with your chump blockers. Okay. Well, I guess it can block. It can't attack is what it can't do. Okay. So they're going to take out my Whisper Agent. I guess that's fine. They can eat their food. That's fine. Let's exile that beast. We'll send Etrata back to my command zone. They're just thinking very, very hard because they could do some things. Okay, we'll end the turn. They have a lot of mana. They'll be able to actually incubate that druid and go hit my Ugin. Do they want to use the... Do they want to incubate? Thank you for that. Do they want to incubate the druid or do they want their Kiora? Well, let's see. Wilderness Reclamation. Ooh, that's going to be a good one, actually. So, but that happens at the end of their turn, so I'm not too worried. It's at the end of their turn. They don't have enough mana to incubate themselves. But at the end of their turn, they will be able to, but then I'll be able to... Obnixilis. Well, Crazy Killer, what's it going to be? Okay, that will untap everything. I guess they're going to do the... They're not going to do a Nexus of Fate, are they? No, they're going to try to get a huge creature out of Vivian. Okay, no, they will. The Druid. Fine. Let's let that resolve. They've got a 3/5, but it's the end of their turn. They can throw away an arc bow. I mean, they can do an arc bow activation, but I guess they won't. Okay, let's see what's coming up on the deck. My deck. Epic Downfall will be perfect. Actually, not really. It's CMC of whatever. Okay. Let's... I guess just in the air. They'll probably not block how I want. I want that Legion. Spybug is fun. So I'm doing 7 damage in the air. They're still thinking about how to use their arc bow. I think it's too complicated, but if people can figure it out, great. But it looks like they haven't, so please, you can go. There we go, you finally did your arc bow. What are you going to get out of it? You dropped an ooze, which would have been amazing. But instead, you threw the ooze away. The ooze was really good. Why did they throw away an ooze that could replicate itself? Instead they get a 5/4 with protection from blue. I guess, whatever. That can get reach. It's got protection from blue, but not protection from black, so... Ta-ta on that. And we'll put out one more blocker.
Truth lies beyond vision.
Truth lies beyond vision. I'm gonna get a tattoo of that. Thank you for the idea, Ugin. So, unless they can take care of my 6/6 flyer, you may cast spells as though they had flash. I don't really think this is gonna do very much with no mana. Actually, Wilderness Reclamation will give you all the mana. So what are you gonna cast with flash? Kiora? Or something huge for Hydroid Krasis, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That could be a Hydroid Krasis for 10. Yep, there it is. Okay. That is very good. But 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is still GG for them because they don't know that I have Obnixilis the Hate Twisted. Or I could have minused Ugin and killed itself too, but we'll just do it that way.
Of a civilization I crushed.
And I'm sure they are agog with my amazingness.
Suffer the dream. Try not to think too hard.
And we'll just go in for the kill with everything. Scrying or surveilling something, who cares? And then everything is done. Well, they had a huge grip of cards in hand, and they had a huge 10/10 Krasis. But I had a lot of evil things in hand, so it worked out. There we go. So won some experience and some gold. This deck is doing what I want. Cool. Let's pop on over here to open another booster pack of something. Spoiler alert, I don't have any magic boosters to open at the moment. But I have some other fun things to open, some things that you will not believe. So let's move those out of the way. Here's the next thing I'm going to open. Yes, this is real. A booster pack of Dinosaurs, the TV show. So how many of you have ever heard of this show before? Maybe that little pink baby dinosaur is the most famous thing about this, but this was like an amazing animatronic Jim Henson workshop sitcom in the 90s, and it was like socially conscious, and it was animated so well. And I never knew this, but they had cards. Yeah, this is a complete blast from the past. My local comic shop, they went into their warehouse and just pulled out a bunch of stuff. So, can we see what's the copyright on this? 1991 is the copyright for this. So, this booster pack has not been opened since 1991. You know, we keep talking about how Magic is 26 years old. This is from 1991. This is, what is my math here? 28 This is 28 years old, so enough stalling. Let's open it. For it being that old, the glue still holds really well. This is so hilarious. His name was Earl, right? Let me see the backs over here. Cringing before his boss, Mr. Richfield, is all in a day's work for Earl. In Refrigerator Day, Earl faces Richfield to beg for his holiday bonus. No bonus this year, bellows Richfield. There has to be. I was counting on it, groans Earl. Exactly, and that's why you're not getting it, says Richfield. Yeah, I remember this show was so liberal, so anti-capitalism, so like pro-environmentalism. It really kind of shaped my early thoughts on the subject, and it was a cool show. I really liked it. This is hilarious. Next up. Okay, first of all, why is there so much empty space up here on the card? Like, they can't show below it because they'll show the legs of the real actor, or what? And so Earl and the baby, remember the baby would go, "Not the mama!" And what is the back over here? I'm not going to read each one, but it's like it's telling some stories and stuff. This is number 42. I'll just show the art. And then we've got Fran. That was her name, right? I still remember these names. Earl was the husband's name, and Fran was the wife. And she was like, wow, all I want is a cave with a view. And here's another one, like, why is there so much empty space on this? Doesn't make any sense. And I don't remember her name, but I remember that Suzanne Summers was the actress that did the voice for that. What was her name? Charlene. Charlene expects to earn some easy money watching Baby for an hour while Robbie goes to the Goofy Golf. All right. Then we've got Earl. Then we've got Robbie. There he is doing his homework. Fun. And that's Mr. Richfield, right? Yeah, I remember, like, this was such a huge actual character, really imposing on the series. Then we've got the baby always hitting Earl with the frying pan, yelling, "Not the mama." We've got the whole family right there. This kind of looks washed out compared to the rest. Robbie, Earl, Grandma, Baby, Fran, and Charlene. So classic. And then the final, what is this? Trivia questions. Okay. Are we going to do trivia questions on the stream? Who does Grandma Ethel wish Fran would have married? No one's going to know these questions at all. And if you were watching the show at that time, maybe you knew these. I'm curious, what is the answer on that? Number 41. Anyone higher up on the evolutionary scale? All right. Hilarious. So that was a complete blast from the past. I have not seen that TV show in decades. I really didn't know that there were cards of these. But like, this is what everyone needs to clip or snip on the stream here. Me 30 years later almost with these cards on the stream. Like, no one else, you're never going to get this content. You know, going over to other famous streamers' streams, you're not going to see stuff like this. You're only going to see good Magic play, but you're not going to see good stuff like this. Like, cards that are almost 30 years old, straight from the pack. That's why you got to subscribe and hang out, because you're going to see stuff that you will never see anywhere else. Hilarious. Okay, let's get back to the game over here, and let's play some more of this deck. I've got one more Brawl deck to play with, so maybe we'll play one or two more games here, and then switch over to the other deck. Okay, so I go first. I've got Noxious Grasp. Only blue. I go first. I don't know. I'm not loving this. This is a lot of black mana. Free mulligan. Amen. Thanks. So this goes back down. This is not good either. As long as I get one black mana, I'll be okay. We'll go for it. So at least I get a turn 1 surveil, so I can see what. Well, it doesn't surveil actually. When I surveil, it gets stronger. I'm thinking of the other one, the bone barrier or whatever, and that is not helpful. Let's see what else we get. Oh, what were they playing? Wait a minute, this is an Atrata mirror match. How did that happen? Uh-oh. Okay, fam, I think I'm probably gonna move on from this game because they're getting all their mana and I'm not. I'm getting too far behind. Yeah, this is not gonna work out. So GG Rap Scallion. It's kind of a cool name. You totally earned that win. I have no lands. Okay, let's do that one more time. Let's see if the land fairy actually gets me lands. You know, they wouldn't make Earl sad, would they? Look at that. He's like, "Please, sir, may I have lands?" Look at him. He's poor expression. Okay, who are we dead? Torbran. Nothing great here either. I don't know, did I run out of luck on the... How much does Torban cost anyway? I can't even look at it. 4 red mana. They're playing mono red. They'll get to it. No problem. As for myself, I'll be able to Price of Fame Torbran because it has a cost reduction of 2 if I'm targeting a legendary creature, and they have a legendary creature, so I will probably be okay. Oops, there we go, my turn. I guess we'll drop the Vantress so that we have actually land for turn 2. They will do a Spitter. This is like hilarious. They have exactly the deck that people are trying to, and then a Rider. Whoa, look at that animation right there. I kind of feel that it's in the wrong place though. I'm sure it wants to be like in the middle of the screen, but at the same time Surveil happens, so they put it in the corner really awkwardly. Double red. What are they going to do with double red? Oops, they're going to kill my Lazav. I guess here... Let's drop a 3-1. We will exile their spell for some reason. Hey everyone in the chat, how are you doing? I see some new people coming to hang out. We're playing some Brawl. I'm playing Atrata. They're playing Mono Red Torbran. Legion Warboss, not cool. I guess what I'll do here... I know I'm going to get my Murderous Rider next turn, so... I'm fine with losing this and gaining 3 life. Because then Murderous Rider will take that out. They're going to summon their Torbran next turn, and then attack me with some good old damage with that Scorch Spitter. But then I've got Price of Fame. Unless they didn't get their 4th land, which I doubt. There's their 4th land. There we go. So they're going to bring out Torbran. They're going to hit me probably like for... How much is that? Like 4 or 6 damage with that Spitter? Kind of a lot, right? 2 plus that. So it'll be... Yeah, it'll be like 6 damage with that little 1/1. But then I'll be able to Price of Fame it. If I get 1 more land, that'll be even better. Let's see what happens here. Thinking very, very hard. Thinking very, very hard. Okay. While they're thinking, we can look at yet another hilarious... I look at these and like they make me laugh so much. He's like, ta-da, I'm a dinosaur. And he's wearing like this flannel shirt, and he looks really happy and stuff. And then the background is like so 90s. What is going on with Mex Doob 1978? Like what is going on with you? Okay, so I guess we'll do this. Did their connection drop off because they missed a whole turn? Okay, so while they're planning their... Let's look at another photo over here. Let's read about... let's see, what does this one say anyway? This father of the year, this father of three, may not always understand his family, but he's basically a good old dino who bumbles along with the best of intentions, a blue-collar destruction worker who pushes down trees. I remember that. He used to work... Yeah, he was a destruction worker instead of a construction worker. I remember. He would tear down the forest. Yeah, see, like I'm telling you, this is such like an ecological... like a pro-ecological show, because the main character, like he was lovable and all of that, but his job was to destroy the forest. Yeah, I think they're about to concede. So that's gonna concede. A blue-collar destruction worker, Earl hopes to climb the corporate ladder. After all, he is the mighty Megalosaurus. This is card number 3. The one that I have over here with Fran, that's number 13. We're about to get a free win here. Like, they were getting what they needed, and like, what happened? Mr. Richfield. Disagree at your own risk. This is number 22. I remember his jaw was like flapping and everything, and he's like, Earl, get in here, you're fired. Well, Mex Dub. Like, I don't know what happened with that deck. That was very anticlimactic. So, we got a card. Price of Betrayal, that's cool. Okay, let's see. Can we get like a legitimate game out of this? Let's do one more game, then we'll switch things up just a little bit. Getting kind of hungry actually, but it's a little too late for that. It's about to be midnight for me. Oh, about to battle Golos. Is this the place where like people? What are we gonna do with this Golos deck? First of all, I need a better hand than this. This is pretty horrific. Free mulligan. Interplanar Beacon will be useful eventually. Tyrant's Scorn. Well, with the sprite, I'll be able to surveil a little bit. Now, I can't tell what colors will be in this deck because it's basically Wooburg. But once they get 5, I guess we'll do that. Double green. Utopia for some ramp. Okay, guess what we'll do here? The smart play is to drop the sprite so that it can surveil and then make the bug bigger. Let's see if we can get that working. I guess if you want to kamikaze it, Let's exile that so that it doesn't vex me anymore. They have their 5th land. There's Golos. And instead they'll do Kethis. Okay. Guess that's fine. 3 or less. Let's... Okay. I can Tyrant's Scorn Kethis, but I don't know if it's that useful to do so. And I can bring out Etrata and do her thing. I'm sure they want to do, like, cost reductions. So let's try to get Kethis out of here. They might get their Golos out next turn, then they'll be ahead because they can pay Wooburg. Actually, they cannot pay Wooburg yet. Molder Vine, that's not really that useful, to my knowledge. Let's read it again, however. When a creature you control dies, gain 1 life, draw a card. Okay. Fine. Golos. They'll have to pay 7, I'll have to pay 6. Get to Scry, that was good, getting that land. And, we'll just do the safe thing. Actually, why don't I, yeah, let's just do the safe thing right here. Exile, bring her back to my hand. They're thinking exile or hand. If they goes into exile, they'll never be able to get it back. And back to command zone, and then Ugin to start to get some card advantage.
I know more than you could learn in 1,000 lifetimes.
What a show off. Did you hear what he said? He said, I know more than you can ever learn.
Secrets manifest before you.
Secrets manifest before you. He said, I know more than you could ever learn in 1,000 lifetimes. What a show off. Actually, they can probably do a board wipe. But then I get my land. Okay, Wildborn, that's kind of worthless. But I suppose they'll bring out another creature to strengthen it. Noxious Grodin, fine. And they'll be able to turn that into a 4. 4/4, and then my Spybug. I guess we'll let them draw a card off of that. And Blood for Bones. Do I have anything cool? What can I haste out of my graveyard? Just my Sprite. I don't think that's too worth it. Okay. Let's see if they block that spirit. I get a free card out of it. I have a blocker if they go after Ugin. I have my 3/5 unblockable again. For some reason, I keep thinking that Golos is named Golos Tireless Tracker, but it's Golos Tireless Pilgrim. Now, am I going to get another opponent that suddenly runs out of time? So they have their Golos, and I guess it makes sense. How much do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7, so they can go off. They have all the colors now. They have all the colors for Wooburg, but it's still there. It's going to be on my turn where I can exile. Instead they're going with Vivian. Okay.
I've lost so much already. I won't lose
What
more.
does she do again here? Ooh, and another good one there.
I leave I'm good at killing, but I don't always enjoy it.
Okay, so I think what I gotta do is get rid of that poisonous assassin.
There is wonder in a blade of grass.
And that gets vigilance. Fine. Okay. Let's create another blocker.
Ether itself serves me.
I can get rid of that death touch creature. I need to go... Maybe I'll do the Never Happened in a moment. Yeah, I need to do Never Happened to get that wolf out of there. Okay, so take out Vraska. Go get some attacking with Vivian. 3, 4, 5. But they're gonna block with that Gruden. Etrata is unblockable. Alright, good.
Now
They
we're
get
getting
to-
started.
They get to draw a card, but I get to Never Happened, and I'm gonna get that Night Pack out of here. Ooh, Izoni is good too. Ah, man, what do I do here? I think I'll be fine because then Ugin can take her out, so let's get that Night Pack out of here. Izoni will come in, but I don't think she can do her thing yet. But she can, actually. Yeah, she'll be able to sacrifice one of these critters. That's fine. So they're going to sacrifice... okay, they have that. But that doesn't count if I exile, if it dies. If it dies.
You fight like a city brat.
What a show off. Okay, so, I am fine with getting Etrata to go away. Okay, that's got vigilance. This is non-token when a creature dies. Okay, so
The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
all right, I will do the exile, so they don't get to get it back because it didn't die. Okay. Back to the command. Now she costs 8, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. And, nothing good out of the graveyard, I guess. I guess reading the card. Whenever such a permanent dies or is put into exile. Duh. What a complete fake top deck for them that they had that perfect card for their amazing Izoni. Now, they're going to send all their bugs after me, so they're going to get a bunch of lands, a bunch of cards off of that. I have Obnixilus's Cruelty.
Tear
That'll
it
be
down.
good.
Tear it all down.
Calm down, Vivian. Okay, so let's drop that there. Let's get rid of Golos. Oops, I guess you can't get rid of Golos.
Be gone. Interloper.
This is the only time that Golos never works. Okay, so then after that, we can summon Etrata. They have 6 bugs. What's her ultimate? Nothing amazing. Alright, let's see if they take out that sprite. Plenty of life, so I'll get that blood operative back. I guess they would rather take out my creature that surveils, that's fine. So where's this gonna go? They have Wooburg now, so they'll be able to cast anything. Out of the top 3, they get a questing beast. Okay. I guess that's fine. They're gonna hit me and then take out my Planeswalker. Now what I could do is block the beast with Etrata.
Less than you.
And then Blood for Bones. Yeah, the only block that I can do is with Etrata. I guess it's fine if Ugin bites it. Let's do something interesting here. Let's see if I don't regret it. I'm gonna let Ugin get it. I guess they're gonna do some amazing giant growth. Fine. Let that go to the graveyard. And then I'll do the... I have enough mana for everything. Okay, so let me wreck Golos. And then I'll Blood for Bones. Ooh, Ritual of Soot would be good against all those bugs. That's a 3/3 now. And then the Blood for Bones. Sacrifice that one. Bring Etrata back. Return that one to the hand. +1.
Truth lies beyond vision.
Wait a minute, I thought... Oh, Blood for Bones is the one... Ah, man. Blood for Bones is the one that doesn't give haste. Blood for Bones is the one that does not give haste. It's the Bond of whatever that gives haste. That's still 9 mana. They're gonna get their Golos again, I guess. That's the Planeswalker that... I mean, that's the legendary creature that does not refuse to die. That refuses to die. Does not refuse is a double negative. Okay. Still gonna go off and get another land, whatever. Questing beast, whatever. Vivian does what again? -2, look at the top 3 cards.
Starting over's the only way.
Put exile one face down. For as long as it remains exiled, you may look at that card and you may cast it if it's a creature. Okay, but they only have 2 mana left. And they still want to go get my Ugin. This time I will let them. Alright, so we might be able to close the game out here. because that'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Anyway, yep, math is for blockers. Alright, cool. So, got a victory on that. I think that deserves another crack-a-pack of another interesting set of cards. Let me actually turn down the AC, and then we'll crack that. But I'll switch over to the other camera right here, and this is what we're about to crack in a moment. Alright, okay, so welcome back. So here's the next booster that we're gonna crack. Let me organize myself just a little bit right here. Get all these dinosaur cards. This is still so hilarious to me that they had their own cards. Now, of course, I completely believe that they have these Marvel cards. But dinosaurs cards? Are you sure about that, Chief? You had to cook tea for the kids. No problem. I just finished doing one more victory on that deck. It worked just fine. And we're about to open one more booster. This is the one we're going to open. I've never opened these in my life. Actually, wait a minute. I did. I bought 2 of them recently, and I'm going to open one. Now, warning or whatever, there might be some sexy art in this. So this is Comic Images presents From Fantasy to Reality, Luis Royo collector cards. Luis Royo is one of these fantasy artists from, I guess, the 80s and the 90s that just painted like beautiful fantasy art. And sometimes that means skimpy clothing. So I opened one booster the other day, and it wasn't so bad, but I don't know what might be the other boosters in here. So we'll see what happens. Look for special Prism cards. This is 10 packs, 10 cards per pack. This is from, what year is this from? It's so shiny I can't read it. Hold on, what year is this from? I'm curious. Oh, here we go, 1993. So these are from 1993. This is the year that Magic was founded. But anyway, let's open these up and see what we get. You might have to cover the kids' eyes, depending on what we find here. But again, I don't think it'll be so bad. I think the worst might be like, beachwear. And unfortunately, this is the same thing that happened with the other booster that I opened the other day. All the cards are stuck together. And no, not why you think about that. You were 14 in 1993? Okay, cool. You and I might have liked these cards a lot back in the day. But anyway, let's see what this is about. What is this card here? So this is number 74, Young Blaze. Often in Royo's paintings, the negative black space can create just as much of an impact as the positive space filled with objects. Okay, cool. So we have this character right here. They're like floating on top of Mars or something. Next card. We have this astronaut, and hey, is that like a more evil kind of like Wall-E character? Cool space station back there. This one is named Voice of the Whirlwind, number 79. And then over here, we've got this came up before Titanic, and now we know where James Cameron ripped off the idea of having the characters at the front of the boat, just like in his movie. And this one is titled Mute. Luis Royo captures power and potency in this painting, which he calls Worlds of Energy in Movement. Yep, there's a certain kind of movement happening on that one, definitely. Next, we've got Here's another one kind of off-center. This looks like a completely like 80s Star Wars imitation, like a low-budget Star Wars imitation. The art is cool, but it gives me the feeling like someone in Italy got the idea to make their own Star Wars movie low budget. This one is called Dorsai. Next up, we've got pretty cool art here. Again, a lot of these are kind of like off-center, which is kind of interesting. I guess that's artistic. And this is the Spinneret. So I guess this is like their high-tech internet sort of thing. This is kind of verging on the hilarious, like there's like 90% of the art is a sky. And this is one of the examples right here of the artwork that might be, that's not the best kind of armor to have in a battle situation. And on the back, Silverglass 3. As an artist, Luis Royo uses color to make an impact. For this piece, he calls his technique spitting the redness to flood the retina. Sure. Over here we've got, okay, here's one of these arts now. This is upside down or right side up, or how's this supposed to look? Anyway, so here we have shiny, tight costumes of the future, I suppose. And that is CMOC cover 4. Outer space is one of Royo's favorite landscapes, perhaps because since not much is known about the outer reaches of space, Royo is free to let his imagination run rampant in the portrayal of it. Yes, I'm sure he's portraying space very well. Next, we've got, oh, that's kind of cool there. It's like some weird, what's it called? Kuboto? Or samurai helmet in space. Hey, is this ripping off that one Zombie Nation Nintendo game where you were playing a floating zombie samurai head blasting stuff? And this is Yamato 3, Part 1. Next we've got yet another one of these that's like, why don't you draw the stuff more in the middle of things? That reminds you like the prison from The Walking Dead. And this is titled The Omega Cage. Kind of love that name. And lastly, we get a couple of intergalactic pirates or something. This is Hawk and Fisher. Cool. So yeah, this is, fantasy art of the 80s, early 90s. It's cool. I love his style. He was always like a very realistic artist and in a variety of styles. I guess that was G-rated enough. I didn't know exactly what was going to be in the pack, but this is the worst thing here, which is obviously not so bad at all. But this was kind of interesting to open up. I had never opened up those cards back in the 90s, and I thought I'd share it with the chat over here after this final victory. Yeah, pretty cool art. Back in the day when any of these sort of art cards would have been around, I was also putting them in my notebooks, in high school, putting them in my binders, I mean. Okay, let's play a little bit more Brawl, but let's switch over to the other deck. Let's switch over to the other Brawl deck that I have. This is the Alayla deck, the one that I played, a variation of the one that I played during the Brawl courtside event when they previewed Brawl a few weeks ago. I remember liking that deck, and I rebuilt it, and I've played it a little bit recently, and it's cool. It does a lot of interest. Oh, Alayla versus Alayla, hilarious. I tell you, the algorithm is sometimes hilarious. Okay, what do we have here? Fabled Passage, Plain Swamp, Golden Egg, Borrower. I guess they go first. Kind of okay. I guess I'll put the Passage out first to fix my mana. They're starting with a Plains. I'm going to get my other blue here so I can have my Brazen Borrower. Turn 2, Golden Egg. Golden Egg's a great card. Draws you a card, gives you mana, fixes your mana. They have their own such card as well. Alright, so, Plains. So I have my own mana producer. And Swamp for myself. Lock it. I can do the Geode. Let's actually bring out a creature here. This will be a 2/3. They have enough for their own Alayla. Then I can mortify it. Let's see if they get greedy and take out their Alayla right away. Now they have enough mana. Let's see what happens. Oh, they will do Narset instead. Non-creature, non-land. So they do want to protect their Alayla, which is understandable. And they are thinking very hard. Bolus's Citadel. I don't think you're going to be able to get that out very easily. Ancestral Blade, whatever. Sephora. And guess what we can do here is return. And the sound is getting weird. Anyway, let's return that token. So they have no creature for that. And then we'll attack. I guess we'll take out their Planeswalker. Even though that's wasting our time.
Interesting technique.
Yes, very interesting. It's called Smashing Face. So they've got their... They've got enough of their lands for their Alayla. And then they've got 2 more lands to create a fairy. Yep, it does that. Alright, so if I can get rid of that casket, I'll get it back. Three, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. They have enough for Alayla again. They're a lot further ahead than me, unfortunately. Oop, Absolution. That is very, very good. I needed that Mortify would have really helped me. So I don't know. That's a big setback. That is a big setback. Okay, well... Let's see if I can do anything with Murder Girl. Well, Guess we gotta go do some damage straight to the opponent. I don't want to be too pessimistic, but They have a lot of mana. They have a great commander that's just going to make a lot of flyers. They have their absolution, which plus ones everything. So I don't think I'm going to really last too long. I need to get a kill spell. But you know, that's a one casting cost thing there. And they've got 9 damage in the air. My Ona Layla is weakened down to a 1/2. Yeah, if I don't peel a if I don't peel a kill spell for a Layla, I've got to wrap it up. That's 12 damage in the air. Yeah, that's taking forever. So let's move on there. They got some good draws. So the mirror match worked perfectly for them because of their perfect draws. That absolution really is amazing. I don't think I have it in this deck, but I haven't had to use it before. But when they used it, that was pretty amazing. And here we have someone trying to do Oko as their commander. Do I have a way to deal with it? Yeah, Prison Realm. I'm not a fan that I've got that Lotus Field and 2 blues. At least I've got the Brazen Borrower. Alright, so if I need to bounce... Ooh, they got their own command tower. Next turn will be their Oko. The art on Lotus Field. Let's get a zoom in on that. It's cool. So many lotuses. None of them are black, however. So they're going to manage to do their Oko anyway. But I will be able to Prison Realm it. Let's see if they get greedy. My previous opponent did hold off on bringing their commander quickly, and I think people are very greedy to bring it out. I know I am. But instead they want to keep that going on. Okay, well, I could bring in my Lotus Field. And I've got the 3 mana for the Prison Realm. Next turn, I suppose Command Tower. So what do I want to do here? Heraldic Banner is good. I guess I just want to build a lot of...
Those blind to
Okay.
famished.
So let's get rid of that Oko. They'll still have enough mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They still have enough mana to bring it back. So that was temporary, not even that great temporary. Found a collector of M20. So send me a list of what you need. Oh, that's cool. Just let me do my play here and I'll make a quick note because I... M20... Yeah, my M20 still has some gaps here and there. So I'll do this a little bit more handy to check with you. So come on. Okay, so we have Rankle over here. I think I have too much disadvantage. Talk to him about Mirage. He has a room wall-to-wall of boxes going back to 3rd edition. Cool. So most likely they'll get rid of their... Yeah, let's move on. I can't stand Oko anyway. It's just way too powerful, 3 mana. And then they'll be able to create foods and elks and all of that. So GG to you. Let's see what else we got. I have to pull up a... so I'm kind of sad that apparently the magic bundles don't come with a little book checklist anymore. The last 2 sets, I guess M20 and Eldraine, do not have. Do not have that. This might be fun. I can animate my witching well. So first of all, I get to scry and another land, yes. And then Prison Realm. So who am I battling? Oh, I'm battling Golos again. Okay. This is a different person. Draco Dragon. But they're doing Golos. Gonna do some ramp? Maybe not. Okay, so... guess that's Sanctuary. Remember when they used to have novels? Everyone mentions that they used to have novels, so they were like real novels that were like real thick? Because I hear people talk about that in the old days, but I kind of don't know. Okay, so let's just trick them into thinking that we've got all blue mana only, and then whoops, my Witching Well is suddenly a 4/4. How did that happen? So I guess I gotta drop that Locket to help do my mana fixing. A 1/1 Assassin with Death Touch. Fine, I guess my... Okay, I guess I'm fine losing that. Because I don't want a 1/1 Death Touch to be there for my Planeswalker. Not my Planeswalker, but my Savvy Hunter is good. I need to get that out of here. Alright, we've got our Planeswalker. Let's... or not our Planeswalker. We've got our... Commander. I keep thinking the wrong thing. Okay, double black mana. Is this a Murderous Rider? They have 5 mana in total. Do they want to bring out their Commander? You've got the set of Time Spiral block paperback novels. Cool. That's a 4/2 first strike. Let's see, I'm gonna get a big old flyer, sure. Just gum up the works with a bunch of fun things. Banish into Fable, that needs 6 mana in total, that's an amazing card. Alright, they do want their Golos. That equips for 5. Let's banish this into Fable. So that goes back. Banish into Fable is really cool if they've got a lot of pesky stuff to send back. Next up, the Imperial Eagle, and that'll give all my flyers +1. They need another Golos. Get another land. Comes into play tapped. Okay. Let's make everything nice and big. And might as well just send the stuff in the air. Alright, they have 1 life left. They have a ton of mana. They're not going to be able to activate Golos. Oh, actually, yeah, Chromatic Lantern. And that is 5 lands. Perfect, perfect. They must be breathing a sigh of relief that they totally pulled that off. Let's see if they can Wooburg something amazing. They're not gonna be able to, right? If they do, maybe like kill everything on the battlefield. Firemind. Are you sure about that? This is GG, isn't it? Because we can just send 1 bird. Yeah, so if you're relying on Chromatic Lantern to fix all of that mana for you, I don't know. I've seen other people play that Golos deck a lot better with a lot of mana fixing. Sir Eleonora, I love her ice sword. Okay, so nicely done. Thank you. So how much have I been? 1 hour 42. Let's open one more booster and then maybe one more game. Here's one more booster pack. Okay, this one I've never ever opened this to my knowledge, although my memory is bad sometimes. But okay, let me put away these Luis Royo cards. Cool fantasy art. Here's the other one. Comic Images, this is the same company as that, presents Frazetta 2, The Legend Continues. This should be 10 cards of Frank Frazetta artwork. The amazing Frank Frazetta, with some, you know, sexy ladies and vicious warriors. He's been doing art since at least 1969. He did the cover for Vampirella #1 in 1969. And I'd never opened these cards before. And this is Series 2, I suppose. And the year of this is 1993. So let's see if we can get a bonus chromium and or spectroscope cards. Okay, the glue on that one wasn't as strong as the other ones. And, this looks kind of really washed out, but I guess that was the style. So here we've got a couple of cool moons on another planet. And the... Unfortunately, I guess because these have been in storage for so long, they're kind of sticking. This is called number 63, Alien Worlds. Over here, oh man, this is damaging the previous card. So is it just me, or are they doing it again? That there's a lot of empty space everywhere. So, yeah, these are getting stuck. That's not cool. And this is 74 Attack. Frank's Battlestar Galactica painting, printed in TV Guide in the US, were used to promote the Battlestar Galactica film in Europe in the late 70s. This is from Battlestar Galactica? Oh yeah, that's Battlestar Galactica. That guy looks familiar. Over here we've got yeah, so okay, there's a naked girl there. Everyone calm down. Don't worry, it's just art. And then we've got 61 Wild Blown. Frazetta on finding a movie Conan who would resemble his paintings. Yep, so really cool art there. It's like faded out and windy and everything. And we've got a like retro futuristic style over here. And oh man, these are totally stuck and they're gonna get damaged. This is the Deina. Frazetta's rarest published work is in Elements, Dow Chemicals' in-house magazine. One of the 3 Elements illustrated he did was Deina, can be seen in the fantastic art of Frank Frazetta. Oh, that's interesting. Then we've got a cool warrior. All of these kind of don't look great. The camera looks okay, but in real life they all kind of look a little faded and weird. I don't know, compared to those Luis Royo ones, I thought those were done way better. And this is Indian with Bow. Next we've got, yeah, this is damaging them, ah man. And we've got someone in the swamp with some sort of swamp creature. Looks nicer on the camera. I wonder if these can be opened like with like Steam or something. And this is Swamp Demon. In the 70s, Frazetta did 3 covers for National Lampoon, an interior cover for Dragula, a comic book parody, and a back cover illustration for National Lampoon's Encyclopedia of Humor. Got a cool warrior over here, Conan-esque, with the classic lady hanging on the leg sort of style. What's this one about? This is 2 cards stuck. And the return of John Garr. Beside his Ringo Starr portrait in Mad 90, the only other work Frazetta did for Mad was Early One Morning in the Jungle, a Tarzan parody, for the back cover of number 116. Oh, I guess that's funny, because he's painting the back of that action scene. We've got, ooh, this one's pretty epic. I kind of can't quite tell what this creature looks like. And the description, Tarzan and the Cave Bear, and then some weird naked troll thing. Frazetta also drew Louis Lazybones in 1948. Wow, Frank Frazetta's been drawing since 1948? A hillbilly humor strip that was to bring him to the attention of little Abner creator Al Cap. I guess that would make sense why, because he's definitely passed away, but I don't know why I feel like he was like more of a, 70s and 80s, 60s and 70s and 80s artist, but he did this back in 1948? Wow. Then we have Luana, tops in action, adventure, excitement, as savage as the beasts that raised her. This is a classic movie of When did that come out? Besides being used as a cover for heavy metal, rock groups like Nazareth and Molly Hatchet, Frazetta paintings have appeared on albums by Dust and Herman and His Hermits. Yeah, it's a cool cover. I mean, a poster. And then lastly, ooh, I love that. This is a pretty epic, like, evil warrior guy? Death Dealer. Oh yeah, it's Death Dealer. Frazetta on the difficulty of finding the right concept for his Death Dealer paperback series. This is unusual. It's not a barbarian, it's not a cowboy. I myself hardly know what he is. I just created an image, a one-shot death symbol on the battlefield. Cool. I'd love a tattoo of that. Alright, so let's maybe play one more match of Brawl. Hopefully people are enjoying the Brawl action. That can be arranged. I'll get a tattoo right here of Death Dealer right there. All I have to do is travel to New Zealand and I'll get a cool Death Dealer tattoo. So I'm battling the Buddy 555 monocolor, and I've got my own Massacre Girl as well. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I'll throw the Evolving Wilds out first to get my Swamp. Turn 2 Guild Globe. Turn 3 Heraldic Banner. That eagle is cool. Giant skewer. Okay, so this is gonna be a little tricky. Let's see, what do we want to do? I don't have enough for a Layla yet. But I'll do it this way so I can do the banner later and just get more flags. Hey, Stevie! How are you doing? You're here pretty late this time. We've already played so much Magic. I've opened so many cards. But thanks for joining. Let's see what we get here. Are they going to equip their thing, or are they going to pump up their knight? Yeah, they're going to equip. I guess they really want that food. They might have some food action going on. It'll get a +2/+1, so that'll definitely take out my eagle, and they didn't attack. Weird. Was that a misplay? That was a complete misplay for them. They didn't equip, they didn't do anything. I know what they want to do. They want to murder something. They're going to murder my Alayla, I bet you. They will probably murder Alayla. They've got 3 black mana, and they know that I can summon her, so I guess I'm going to wait. You know, I'm always so aggro. Okay, that's fine. Getting there, just relaxing, watching quality games. Oh, cool. Are you watching a pro Magic player somewhere? Haha. Okay, let's see what we get with that. Brawl is looking good on Arena. You're impressed with the implementation. Yeah, this has been pretty cool so far. They're able to do all the interactions fine, and it really reminds you about...
No one has seen my face and live.
It really reminds you about when your commander changes zones. So here, I guess I'll drop my planes.
Your mind.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's bring out the banner. Guess we'll take out Davriel.
This has been a waste of my time.
This has been a waste of my time. He's so cocky. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. Whoops. That's about to bring out Murder Girl. So I think that's not good because that'll kill my own commander, I think. They're doing that instead. Okay, that's adequate. Is very adequate. How about we totally mess with them like this? We're gonna send that back. We're gonna send that back. We're gonna make 2 creatures. Go in the air. And they have to cast everything. Actually, they're still good because Murder Girl will probably wipe everything. Yeah. That was loud. So, yep, they get a Murder Girl. They get to summon her again. And then I get a 3/2 flyer. Now, me creating a bunch of creatures with Alayla actually is a bit of a liability. So I guess what I'll do is... Instead, I would rather have another creature with Murder Girl. Oops, they're going to return back that flyer. What does that do again? It's a 2/1 flash flying. It's not that great. I would have rather brought back a the 1/1 Death Touch. So this is not going to kill anything, but I would rather have that out anyway. Are they going to get lucky with their 7th land? They probably will equip, and that becomes a 4 whatever. I'm fine if they use up their mana. And they can do it one more time if they realize that. Just looked at the school site in spring. Yeah, that suddenly came out of nowhere. Spring semester is already upon us. I have to check if I'm... I have to check what classes are there. So they're thinking very, very hard to equip. Alright, so I'll be able to do 4 damage with Menace. They keep forgetting that their Ayara can sacrifice things, I suppose. Let's see if they get their 7th land. If they get their 7th land, they can bring out Massacre Girl again. See, they don't realize that their own creature can be used to sacrifice. So I'm kind of pointing at their creature. Well, everyone, while this slow player plays slowly, what do you want to talk about? Next semester, if you could find a CIS course along with another art, you're going to do classes again. My commander is very expensive, but I happen to have gotten a lot of lands for it, apparently. How much do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 mana. Wow. This is the only time that you want to get Mana Flood. And again, they are forgetting that they can sacrifice their own creature. And they're just like, da-da-da, what do I do? Do I sacrifice my own creature? They're waiting for their 7th land, I suppose. Alright, I will let that go through. Let's see if they pump up theirs. They can pump it up twice. That'll do a lot of damage, but then they'll be out of the... They'll be out of mana for anything. So I wonder right now if they really don't realize that their Ayara can do things, or they're trolling me. Well, I guess they finally got that working. Okay. Let's bring out another flyer. Because they have enough to do fun stuff with Massacre Girl anyway. That draws me a card. So if they don't get their 7th land, I'll be okay. Because if they get their 7th land, they're going to kill all these 1/1s and wipe the whole board. But I have way more life, so maybe. Or maybe they are not that great of a player. Maybe. Let's say that they are not a great player, because again, they're down to 1 timer, and then the game is telling them to hurry up. Okay, they want to take out my Massacre Girl. Interesting. Very interesting. They're looking at their land, I guess. Like, what do I do with that land instead of the tap? So let's see. No land, no land. This might be game over for them. Even if they pump that up +6 or something, it's not... that's good. 9 damage, I guess. Let me do this. Let me psych them out. Watch this. I'm going to psych them out into thinking that I'm going to pump up all of my creatures like that. But wait a minute. Actually, I will say, go ahead. Because next turn is total death. I guess we'll good game them here, right? They're still gonna waste time with, oh, there we go. Okay, finally, I guess you realize that you don't have what you need to do. Okay, well, that was a lot of brawling. I didn't really keep track of how much I played. There were some games that I just completely quit because just like it wasn't, I could see the writing on the wall. There were some games that kind of went all right, and there were some games where I steamrolled. So your mom says, stop playing with my food. Yeah. Food is meant to be enjoyed mouthfully, not handfully. So let's switch one last time over here for Stevie. I'm going to start to wrap it up because actually it's been 2 hours now. But for Stevie, here's what you missed on the card cracking. I didn't open any booster packs of Magic cards. I don't have any, but instead I have these vintage cards from the 90s. Here's some Marvel cards. Doom 2099. Ooh, I love that. Then there's the Origin of Wolverine card. Epic art. Mr. Sinister. Love that one as well. Havoc. Pretty cool. Executioner's Song storyline. Starkhawk. I don't really know her. I don't really think she's around much anymore. Sleepwalker, I remember this character. Spirits of Venom, I don't remember that storyline, but there it is. And Dead Zone, don't remember that character. Namorita, I remember her. And again, Doom 2099, I love that character. I opened that. And a booster pack of dinosaurs. The Dinosaurs TV show. So there's Earl, Mr. Richfield. He's making me laugh so much. The whole family, Grandma Ethel. There's the baby plus Earl, Robbie, Charlene. Her eyeballs are hilarious for some reason. Fran and Earl. Just hilarious art on this. And then one more trivia question for all of you. What food creature is an endangered species? Oh, Graptolites. I kind of remember that vaguely. After that, I opened a booster pack of Luis Royo fantasy art. So there's just all of this very cool fantasy art. Very high quality. These all just have different kinds of names and they're part of different stories and plots and stuff. I love that one, so luminous. And so many of these were like so off-centered, which is weird. But the art is very cool. I wish I could draw like that. And these space pirates. What else? Then the last one was Frank Frazetta artwork. So Death Dealer, Luana poster, Conan versus the Bear, the backside of a Conan artwork, the, what was this one, the Demon, Swamp Demon, more Conan stuff, something for Mad Magazine or something, Wind blown. Practice makes perfect. Yes. Battlestar Galactica. Some more fantasy art and Death Dealer. So yep, those are the things that I opened up instead of magic cards. This week I wanted to open something different because, as I was saying earlier, yeah, you can go watch other people's streams, other people that are amazing at Magic, but where else are you going to get some cool, unexpected cards from the 90s? Only on VM Campos streaming Saturdays. That's why you got to subscribe and tell everyone to come and hang out. And we have a fun time. So it's getting a little bit late. Kind of hungry, but I'm gonna go to bed. And thanks everyone for hanging out again. Hope to do it again next time. We'll do some drafting next time, I guess. And thanks for hanging out. This has been VM Campos, and I'll see you next time.